Good morning, folks. Douglas and Laromi. Hello, hello. Good morning in my case. Like Douglas said, let me turn the music down here. All right, there we are. Pretty good. And then Laromi, hello, and don't forget your syndicate. So I'm just making sure we're coming through okay and all that. Sound like there's a little clipping going on, so I will let me just let me let the Alliance know we're live. I think I found with my noise gate settings I had to adjust them, so let me do that now. Okay, hopefully that adjusts some of the things, and we'll find out. I want to make sure you catch all the things I'm saying. All right. But good morning, thank you guys for being here so early in the stream and everything. CockADoodle. Sometimes when I look over here to my screen, if the noise gate is a little high, it starts clipping me out and you don't hear me. And it sounds like we're having problems when we're not. We're having other problems. So go ahead and find some chickens and roosters in that chat. There we go. So let's look at what we've got going on for us. But yes, collect syndicate chest. I think, did I collect it this morning? We're about to find out. Also, let's see. Yes, looks like I did collect it earlier this morning. Sometimes I want to save it in case they give us an event that I wasn't planning on. I'm not sure. Let's see. 45th in Armada Hunt. So I did rank in the XLB. Which, yay. Okay, sound is sounding good, so, you know. Is that Adam West Batman? It is Adam West. This is the... Sorry, hard to show that whole shirt, but it's the all 6 panels of it. So Adam West, Burt Ward, right? Caesar Romero, Burgess, Meredith, Frank Gorwin, and I forget Catwoman's name and all that. But yes, it's one of those. Yep, definitely. So I like this one a lot. So hope y'all like it. I have a code on the Twitch side for where I get these shirts and everything. It supports. I get a small cut, but they're great since you can really get some different types of art, comic book and pop art. So okay, we're trying to recruit Mariner here with spinning some directives and some more G3ing. So I'm realizing, oh yes, and to remind myself what the real action wants: supporting with Cerritos, but also just helping. Okay. But yeah, this is one of my favorite Batman ones from that TV series. It's not my favorite Batman, but I really like the shirt. All right, so we got clear the coast, which is going to be damage dealt as opposed to number of hostiles killed. Crystal mining, fleet development, that's helping people and doing armadas. We might as well take that. So we're gonna be hitting help anyway for the other event. Easy one. Swarm attack. I do shout out to Scopely on this one. I do like the fact that the special hostiles are swarms and worms here. I don't care about those dang worms, but you know, we're gonna be going after swarm anyway. So we'll go grab some more gas. So to have this on a Swarm Sunday is what I'd say an appropriate thing for Scopely to do where there's overlap there. I'm sure we have to kill more swarm, but still, you know, that synergizes instead of having that like on a Monday. Like they did that on Saturdays and Mondays all throughout the Ferengi event, which I thought was a really kind of in bad form. Let me put it that way since I'm on YouTube. So come on Twitch, I'll tell you what I really think. Let's see here. So we got anomalous phenomenon, of course. Threat from beyond, like normal. And question was coming up, how many con shards are we getting anyway? Because I'm like, I don't remember. Oh, I get 8. Okay. 8 and 8. We were talking about that in someone else's stream, in Highlander's stream on Twitch. My favorite Batman followed by Keaton, but that might be a youth thing. I hear you, Laromi. I really enjoyed the show. I own digital version of it. I mean, my favorite Batman is in the comic books, but I really enjoyed it. And yes, I was quite young when I was catching it in syndication and all that, but it was great as far as I was concerned. So, and I still enjoy watching it, you know. On the Twitch stream, I have some of the sound effects. I have some of the stuff from the show, the little scene transitions and things like that, which I think are nice. So, when you were a Ute, as they say, yes, just join in here. But yeah, no, I enjoy it. It's definitely something I can kick back and hit on. I was just watching the new Batman and comparing the Riddler. I was trying not to compare the Riddler to the Riddler in this show as well. Let's see here. Leveling up officers and a station event that's gonna pay that. Okay. So, not that I'm trying to have that Riddler or the Jim Carrey one or anything, but I was kind of talking. Me and Mrs. Russo were talking about what we thought about that movie and how we thought what they were going for and what they were doing with Batman and all that stuff. So, we'll probably don't want to talk too much because that's probably spoiler laden. So, we can talk about it. Maybe we can dance around it later. Let's see. So we know we're going to be killing Swarm and killing hostiles and helping and then pushing. So press help a lot. Try to see what we can do here. I hope you guys are doing great today. Let's see. Just set up some of our stuff. Just getting set up for monitoring and things like that. And I didn't have it all going on, so I'm gonna. Seems like the sound is working more appropriately. I know after the. It's like the sound is working. Alright. And just getting things so I can coordinate if there are any issues. Okay. I think we're pretty good now. All right. Now the question has been, what can we spend on that makes sense? Let's look again at the amalgam. I think I did a poll on that. I think I tiered it up. Yeah, it doesn't. I did tear it up yesterday. Okay. So, it'd be nice to spend on some of these ships, but I have a feeling I'm gonna just spend on research and in the base, that sort of thing. So, we can do a max pull on the Discovery and see what we get, because maybe we'll get some resources. Plus, we got the epic pull today. So let's do our refinery. Start. Got my coffee, so hope y'all have your things. But I know it's not as early for you as it is for me. So that's understandable. But I'm definitely gonna do some coffee and tea. Step aside at some point, I'll go make some tea and run in the kettle. Oh, I don't normally do that. Pull, that was... So we pulled this yesterday. Good. All right. That's full. That's full. So I might as well spend some of that. We're going to jump around. I'll come back to these. Well, except for these. So who knows? Maybe I can upgrade on there. We'll get our swarm going. And these are still waiting. Let me see. We're still putting Jean-Luc through the paces, but I'm gonna recall this and fix it while we get in there. Well, we can look and see if there's anything to get on. Maybe I can run an armada, like a rare or something. We'll check like Iapetes and Terex and stuff. Let's see. There's one. Yeah, let's do that. So help with the Recruit Mariner event. Like to place a lot better than I am currently in that. Oh, and it helps us. Just trying to hit that. So the fleet development. Let's see here. So the fleet development that I took already has run the armadas in addition. So that's gonna help. And then I think I'm still doing the SMS for her, so which is kind of, well, normally I would have got a lot of stuff done, but yesterday I streamed plenty, but not as long as usual. So I always check the rewards from those. If it is the 9K or 10K range, I'll leave it. Oh, in the recruits, Douglas? You mean in the ticket events? I know. I know I'm planning to run some armadas anyway, just for the Mariner side of things. The rare armada low. Oh. Yeah, I know there's reward stuff and all that. I haven't worried as much about that because with some of these events, I've just been happy to kind of run them where I can, at least to know to planning to run some of them. Maybe not as many. Try to pick on them, but yeah, I know we're talking more and more about the rewards that are the variable rewards in the different ones. So one of the Alliance Mates and Friends stream, they'll be talking about which ones have better rewards and all that, and kind of trying to call them out to get our attention. Yeah, it goes up to 12K. Okay, thank you. Yeah, that is helpful. I am usually, since I'm going, because it's like, although you're right, you get better rewards, and it's good to be selective in that regard. But when I just need to find one that I can run for the sake of getting those other points, that's where I kind of am saying, well, there used to be times where I'd run some low level stuff because it's like, well, it counts as a rare even though it's not as much of a thing or something like that. This is kind of my low level ones now. For that. So let's see here. But yes, I think being more parsimonious and picky about it, particularly, I still have a good number of them, so I'm not sure. Let me refresh the game since this. I don't know about you guys, but the store has been like never refreshing properly on my tablet or here. in the game, honestly. So let's. So since whatever update, but you know, the more recent update actually did fix some stuff that was broken. Of course, the stuff they had just broken. So you know, I feel like it's like, yes, I'm glad you fixed that, but why do I have this one? Keep having something. I'm like, I don't have anything I can spend in here. Why does it keep telling me that? So yeah, it went away. I don't know about that. I don't know if you remember Norwich, just can't figure out how to change my name. Oh hey, yeah. I'm always like trying to I know you are connected, and sometimes I remember you're Norwich, and other times I just know that you're there. I think you can, well, when you're in YouTube, because I think sometimes when it says chat publicly as so-and-so, you know, that you can usually click something to change it, or like, I think that's how I ended up originally creating my, I mean, I've been Lay Rooster forever, but how I created the Lay Rooster like creator tag so that I could then chat as that moniker, which it was all the slow stuff that kind of got me into streaming and making content, you know, content creation and all that stuff, because I was like, well, I've got these things created already. So thanks for the reminding, because I'm like, I think sometimes I'm able to keep the connections, but it is kind of hard. I know several of you here are also over on Twitch, and sometimes under different names and all that, which I know I appreciate it. When we get back over to Twitch a little later, we will do our Stream Raider stuff and everything. Speaking of that, Norwich. Let's see. And hopefully, let's see, is anyone sending to my... They probably are, but they haven't. So we'll see on that. Okay. Again, another piece to see. Well, we'll glance at this ship here. I'm gonna move it around, but hey, Roshane, how you doing? Okay, yeah, we're nowhere near on that, so let's keep swapping that shift. Of course, I'm not going to spend on my second Vidar. I think the Vidar will be an interesting thing. Benefit from. Unfortunately, I know I can. Maybe I should just spend on the. I know I have some stuff for the auger. Maybe I should spend there for the event purposes, but I'm a little confused about it. So let's see. All right, let's. Did we pull? No, we have 2 hours on that. So, but I guess we might as well do our jump around. Question: does the Franklin A kill 35s out the box, or no? It's fine. I think you can kill 37s out the box too, just less of them. So it's beefy. Look at you! There you go. You got it. Was it what I was telling you to do, or do you need to educate chat to help with that, Norwich? So, because I'm sure other people wonder about that too. Oh, perfect. All right, let's do one of these. Probably all gets the gun. But you got it, Norwich, so that's great. Get this ready for jumping, so that's actually went into manage account and could just change the name. Oh, even easier. Okay. So for me, I ended up accidentally creating a streamer content creator account to get around that, and it's much easier than what I was doing. Fortuitous accident. I wouldn't be a streamer and YouTuber if I hadn't created some of those accounts and started saying, well, you know, if I got that stuff, I might as well just figure out how to turn that on. So, okay, good. I think I created my first Twitch account was because I was used the D&D Dungeons and Dragons Beyond online stuff and had to create a Twitch account because they were using that for authentication. I didn't even know what Twitch was back then, and I was like, what is this? Watching video games? So, lo and behold, years later, I'm a Twitch streamer. All right, jump. I love the anonymous event with the jumping counting for points. Easiest, yeah, absolutely. Easiest event. I just jump 3 times and then jump home, and then we're good to go. I remember when I first had it, and I didn't have the discovery. I had to kill all those ships, and other people are killing them too, and all that stuff. But yeah, it does help, and I do like the discovery. The discovery refinery and getting stuff. I mean, it's not fast, but it's fairly consistent, you know. And then you have this event. It's not like, well, unless you forget, you're going to, you know, be able to do it and just knock it out. Like, okay, so now we got one event out the door. So yay. So, and I just pull. I try to pull the middle one, except like on Saturday and Sunday, I do full pulls, and then I do the middle one so that I can pull every time, every day. And it just makes me happier to be able to be able to do that. Do you need the research to jump or just summon? You move your research. Your research does affect your jumping, and then also summoning later and all that. But I just got summoning in the last week or two, because as you guys probably know, I was behind, and I had left the game during the discovery thing, so it made it harder to get. I was behind unlocking the discovery, then working on it, and I wasn't as familiar with it because I had been out of the game at that time. Okay, let's look. But it'll affect your jumping, and well, I don't know if they fixed everything, but there used to be issues related to rounding and all that affecting your jumping, so you kind of had to level up your warp and warp research and some of that stuff for the discovery in order to get it going where you wanted to go, because sometimes there were errors where it wouldn't let you jump. Funky stuff. So we're gonna grind swarm with that. But we probably are going to do some other stuff. So let's see. Let's get the Franklin A where it needs to be. And look at those guys. We'll, you know, play around with them somewhere else. So we know we're going to have a lot of swarm stuff. So let's go kill 39s. Let's take this set, not Shin. Well, let me, and get the baby Franklin. Take that off and get Kath wherever she is with Card Bev Kath. Is our Talon replacement, and let those go tear up 32s. At least send them to there. Because that's going to be, now we can do that now that we have Card Bed Kath, and of course Pike, Moreau, Talon. Then we can do the kind of pretty equivalent stuff. I mean, and all that. So yeah, those guys are there. We'll grind in that a little bit later. Okay, let's just try to remind me what I'm doing. What other events I've done. Got to kill Swarm, do regular armadas, do exchange to the coast. Oh yeah, the exchange armadas aren't helping for that. They're helping for all that. Yeah, cards. I only got Picard during the most recent, the Ultra Recruit Mariner event last weekend. So because I pulled all those TNG chests, and I bought an Ultra Recruit pack that included those 10 Picard shards. And with all of that and everything, I got him unlocked, which he does help having. So he seemed, in some ways, he's better. I mean, some of these things I've had some better improvements. But we'll knock out Swarm. Then hey again, Patty. Hey, good in driving. Thank you, Patty, as well. Patty and Norwich just figured out how to change his name in display so that it can display what he wants, and apparently it's easy. So I don't share that. He was read up or hear about it, and pretty easy way to sync his name however he wanted it to be for YouTube, by the way. Thanks for tuning in, though, as well. All right, so these need armadas, but helps and contributions. Okay. And then I'm just G3 spending where I can. I think I'll spend... I have a whole bunch of crystal I can cash in on the auger. It's not sexy, but we know it's not going to be waste on the auger. I could spend some on my faction miners, which, you know, be okay too, but I've just been struggling with making that decision. So see if I can figure that out too. Yeah, no, you'll probably like that. So I think Norwich just said up there in the comments, he said, oh, he went into manage account and could change the name from there, which is not something I knew because I created a streamer account so I could chat as Lee Rooster. So instead, but that is the long way around to do that. So okay, those are there. We're gonna have to grind those. Swarm. Did I win this already, or am I still waiting to find out? Let's see here. It's an epic. How many people were in mine? Because I don't know that we got enough, or I necessarily have enough for. Yeah, I have one other person, so I don't want to run an epic when that's going on, when that kind of participation is so low. I will run that because I believe that'll helps with the fleet development, and I. Bring me those resources. All right, let's see. So enough people will join there. We were able to take that rare. It's kind of a nice thing. Punching down a little bit so that it helps. Let's see. Well, let's do a 32 grind. Find out how far we can get. Don't usually do it in this order, but the ship is there first, and we've got both of those. Now that we have Picard, we have options. Double ship this event. Let's see. Happy Sunday to everybody. So what do you think? We got the arc is wrapping up. I think is it in tomorrow? It ends tomorrow. So you know, your thoughts. I know some people are still sore about cartoons. It's been a little different. I personally enjoyed the avatar, being able to unlock those avatars through like the duty shifts where we get to pick and all that. So that's been good, but you know, it's nothing to write home about. But I think it was, you know, it was an enjoyable thing. And at least if you happen to hate all the avatars, you knew that you didn't have to do them unless you wanted the other rewards or something like that. So that was something that was a little different. Cerritos, I think the Cerritos has the Cerritos is a pretty looking ship, even just in the game itself. I like the support features. I think that one's going to have to like grow and develop as more people get it, unlock it, and show how it can be so helpful and all that. Silly to be sore about the tunes. Whatever creates in-game advantage is cool. I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm fine with it. I know folks have varying opinions about it. The stuff was the stuff was somewhat amusing and, you know, related to the quest and all that, you know, and the show's amusing. I watch it, just I'm not like hooked on it or anything, but somewhere into the second season, you know, Mrs. Rooster, when we feel like watching it. So you know, it's official Star Trek because it's all part of the big Star Trek IP. So we should expect Prodigy, that newer animated thing. That one looks like a Star Wars, the Star Wars cartoon and things like that. But you know, but we'll see. I would expect that might come in. The Blowdex officers, I think, is interesting. I know there's a lot of jury being out on that because I think it's small bonuses in the beginning and it's a little harder to catch some of it. I think I've been able to notice some performance improvements in certain tasks like farming Borg probe. I think I'm seeing Blowdex being a little helpful. Things like that. But I think that concept and new mechanic is good. Let's see. They're sourcing the Cerritos well, so it you know, people are going to be able to get it over 10 weeks starting in May, free to play, which is, I think, is great. You know, so they've sorted out the treasury, which I know is not part of the arc, but they've sorted it out where there's the periodic free path. Again, speaking of another thing people were sore about, and I mean, and despite all of that, I would say that it's also kind of a delay. You know, it gave us something interesting and somewhat authentic while not giving us Deep Space Nine. So I think that's part of the story too, and probably where I've had the most issue with it. Let me see. Send this. That was right next to me and I didn't realize it. Okay. But so would I rather have lower decks to delay Deep Space Nine than a Borg mini arc? Probably, except for that I want that skin for the Vidar. But other than that, yes. And I don't even know if that skin gets played during, you know, when we've had Borg mini arcs to start. So it's better filler content that's much more Star Trek IP. And of course they have good mechanics in here and all that. So I was not nearly as excited as some of the content creators about it, but I think it was okay, you know. And I do miss the Dabo wheel though, and as you've seen, I yell Dabo every time we open a special chest now. and that has brought much joy into my life. So, and I think the Dabo mechanic would have been a nice thing to have. So I mean, why not keep the Dabo wheel, honestly? Just as like, hey, you got the options and here's your pulls, and you know, I liked that a lot. I thought they could have had a little bit more static rewards in them, but other than that, I thought it was pretty good. So, but you know, that feels like the arc to me. And of course, we got another stage of the arc. There's more people. You know, it'd be great to get Cartoon Riker. I don't know if he's gonna have, you know, I assume he might exist. You know, maybe he'll be, you know, another epic below deck and do something pretty nice. I just like Riker. He's one of my more favorite next generation characters anyway. So, but you know, he's heavily appearing in there. You know, Captain Freeman probably appear too, could be there. So I think there's a lot of options. For what we Tendy, right? Tendy and Rutherford. Now we should. I would think we'll get those for sure. And those might be like a green and a rare. You know, will they make Tendy, who is a green Orion Syndicate person, an uncommon, so she's a green officer? Let's see. Did they get that? You know, make Rutherford rare or the opposite or something like that. Hopefully not epic. I don't, you know, get epic would be a Riker, a Captain Freeman, even a Lieutenant Ransom, things like that. So we may, let me see. Ransom would probably make for a good PvP related below decks officer, increasing damage, doing all that stuff. So. But yes, we should have those. Yeah. So I mean, we know we have another arc of lower decks. It's not ending. Notice, you know, they always have their space station from where the Cerritos docks. That could be part of like the space station system that they're working on. That and Deep Space Nine type stuff. So I mean, I expect that those will be hopping into our world eventually. So, but we did talk about yesterday. I was talking about the Doomsday Worms, and of course everyone kind of having no use for them, but I was like, perhaps they should randomly drop Tetrions, frequency modulators, Urbanite, and discovery parts, or, you know, spore particles, like kind of have a random thing going on with them that makes them give us a small amount of something we care about. Let's see. Norma says hopefully there will be 2 more, so we get a store at the end. Yeah, I suspect we will. Let's see. March, we're in April. We're into April. We'll go through May. If we go through May and then also go through June, which would be 2 more arcs, then we'll be ready for the start of a new fiscal year, assuming if they're on a fiscal calendar, which I guess if somebody wants to look into SEC filings, we can find out what their calendar is for Scopely. But all that. So 2 would get us there. I don't think they're going to do a Ferengi arc. Ferengi arc, just 2, you know, we do want an arc store. What's that going to look like? I don't know. I mean, the Duality arc star was so good. I'm hoping that they, you know, kind of manage to keep that type of thing for us. But we're doing arc store when the event ends. So I agree. 3 rounds. So there's clearly enough stuff going on, or enough characters, because of like cartoon versions of Riker, you know, and other people can be added into the game. And of course, you know, if you're like me and you like Riker, having a cartoon version of Riker is a good thing, better than a cartoon version of somebody else I don't know. And I would imagine that some of you who don't have any interest or awareness of the Lower Decks show, you at least know who Riker is. I mean, there's Troy and Riker in there, others. I haven't gotten through it all, but so You know, that could be. I'd probably like a cartoon version of Galron, Mr. Crazy Eyes. You know, so because he would probably be even more crazy looking. So I do like him, but you know, just different things like that. So. Chipping away at the heroic with this ship. Let's go take a peek here and see if anyone has joined me in this little one. Yes! Who's here? Just Chow. He was here before. Well, give him a star. We beat the other one. We'll probably beat this one. But clearly this is not encouraging me to spend more of my precious directives on stuff that I'm counting on. Yes, Arc Store. You know, people need to be able to get their meridians, and I think that's, you know, the Arc Store is one of the ways to get that meridian right now. Which, well, I think it's the main way besides money. So they do need to improve sourcing. You know, they need, well, I guess the Arc Store, they've already done that with the Vidar, the Franklin, you know, Discovery and things like that. It's one of those where I would, I generally would recommend against spending in the Arc Store on that kind of thing, because you can get it through another path, but it is a very slow path, especially as they add more and more things to the Cosmic Cleanup unlock path. We're gonna take this 7-day chest because I keep forgetting. I was hoping there'd be an officer thing, just to pull extra points, but more important just to pull it. Let's see here. And 40 of the 32s. Moving along on that part. Not used to doing swarm in this this direction. So, or in this rotation. I figured I'd get the baby Franklin going out here, and then it could be repairing while I work on the Franklin A, which, because I'm gonna need it. I'm having a ton of luck grinding Picard and Beverly and Shin on a Stella. I'm having much better luck and getting much better rewards than I was getting with Pike Marochin, like filling my cargo, which I was not doing with any setup before. So that's good, and I want to unlock, put him to task on that, because that of course is helping me move through my faction tasks as well, and bank some bankroll. Here, I'm gonna need some more coffee, but I'm not quite done actually. Happy Sunday, everybody. Thank you for hanging out. Make sure you join over on the Twitch side too. We're not going there anytime soon. Let me just remind you where the Twitch is, because if you are newer to my streams on YouTube and or on Twitch, you may need to create a Twitch account so you can come over and follow us, where I stream most of the time 7 days a week. I did have to take a day off this week, which is unusual for me, but we're working on that stuff with new work schedules and all that. Sometimes things have to adjust a little bit, but come on, it's just sometimes it's a little bit of a question of how early after work, or how is it later after work that I'll be doing stuff so I can unwind. It's not like I don't have dailies and events to do. Bobby G, how you doing? Hello. Welcome into YouTube. We got most of our sound issues from the previous few weeks kind of mostly sorted, or we have good enough workarounds. So Still learning all that audio technical stuff. So don't hire me to be your sound engineer, I'll tell you that. But I'll be your content creator. Let's see. Let's see. I don't want to leave this ship just floating around over there yet. So yeah, and I do have a Marvel Strike Force War that is coming to a head. It'll come. Got it just under a couple hours before it's due. So I figure we'll be flipping over to Twitch at some point, and I'm probably going to have to do a few attacks on there, which we will show. Kind of mix it up a little more on Twitch, all that. Plus, I've been doing that DC Worlds Collide Hero Collector game that I've been playing some, casually, but enjoying it. It's kind of a variety thing. Mainly, we're going to be doing Star Trek, but it's like those. Sometimes we'll talk about that stuff, or break out some stuff. Got to get on there and do some Lost Ark and the other variety streaming too. But Star Trek first and foremost, always. Since we were talking about DC comic characters earlier. Let's see. Are these counting for anything? I don't. Why are we doing these now that the cross server leaderboard is off? Is it because everybody is used to doing them, or are they counting towards something else? Now that I'm thinking about this, I'm like, the situation with that. Aren't they not counting? I mean, they don't count for Clear the Coast. Are they counting for Mariner? Are they helping with her at all? I haven't done a rare, so I don't know. I'm just a little curious about that. Are they counting in here? Alright, if you know in chat, let me know which of the thing I'm missing that's making us rare and epics are in the spend of it. Are rare and epics of these counting? Is that what's going on for the spin event? I was doing them the last 2 days related to the cross server leaderboard, but I didn't think they were counting for them. But I haven't tested it. So if they are, that's great. It's just good for us to know. You always have to test them. So I know there was a lot of confusion when we were talking last night in my Alliance chat about some of it, why people were doing what they were doing. Because I was like, then I was still doing the cross server leaderboard, and I was like, well, these are counting, because they will count. No clue, we can't do them yet. Okay, got you. Yeah, it may be one of those things where we're doing them because we were doing them so hot and heavy for 2 days, and people aren't sure. A lot of people weren't. A lot of people, it sounded like in my alliance, weren't interested in the cross server leaderboard. I mean, I got like rank 45, which I wasn't going at it pretty hard, but I was trying to be active on it. So I'm decent with that. But I know we have a couple other people in my alliance that were running them nonstop. So I was often sending a ship, mostly nonstop, but when I'm on, that kind of thing. But don't know. So it may be a case of collusion, of confusion, not collusion. Sorry. There we go. So okay, that's the 65. So now we just got to get our 39s and of course whatever we need for the swarmage. 39, 35. Be an interesting thing. It's gonna fill the sky up. I'll take a break from the armadas after the cross servers. Yeah. Well, I mean, because of the spend event, I'm willing to do it, but everyone's doing so many armada events right now. They're not showing up to the normal armadas. I had a rare. I got one person. We got it, thankfully, but you know, that's not gonna work. In fact, I'm gonna send my ship back. It's like, that's not gonna work for the other stuff. Let me see where we are. We got plenty of room to kill over here, because I guess 32s are probably, yeah, they're like nothing too special, but twice that, so. I wish there was, when you're in those nests, I wish there was a way to just return to the galaxy screen. And check out, I got a sponsorship deal going on my Twitch stream and all that, so check that out on my Twitch page later. Talk more about that. I want to talk it more officially here on YouTube, where I'm not doing that. So, but check for opportunities to support. And I'm taking my break from ticketed events altogether. Gotta save somewhere. Yeah, no, it's good. I did yesterday or the day before. I only did like one, which for me, usually I do two, and occasionally I do three. I usually regret doing three because I feel like I can't take my foot off the pedal in order to get those done. So I'm doing two because, you know, I'm doing the Swarm one because it's already Swarm Sunday, so I might as well just grind extra there. And the other one is just pressing help and contributing. So I was like, you know, those are to me, they're too easy, especially on a non-work day, on a weekend where I can, you know, we can make sure I can press help a lot, that kind of thing. So I felt like I needed to, there we go. So that's Threat from Beyond. Felt like I needed to do a couple or so ticketed events, since I feel like I did less than my usual. And a bit shorter stream yesterday, and we're ending up taking some breaks, which, you know, sometimes that's gonna happen. So need to get out there and walk and take care of my health and have some lunch. I think me and Mrs. Rister are gonna go later, maybe, and pick up some wine, things like that. So not planning marathon streaming, but, you know, we'll get plenty of hours on the weekend. Gowron definitely has hyperthyroidism. Yeah, there is an issue with Gowron for sure. For sure. Let's see. How's this ship? We'll either blow the ship up or fill it up, because now we've done some nice progress. Let's see. And technically these 32s count for like 80 points. So basic threat is already done on just max 1, and we're doing nicely. I mean, we do get 2 points per kill here. Let's see here. Yeah. It's just kind of nice to be able to use the Baby Franklin, go get some modulators for the refining, and help with the points. It's going to be, you know, what is it, 2.5 hours of heal / repair time if I don't speed it up, which I will. But you can I don't have to have my top officers to do the 32 part of the grind. They're taking care of the Franklin A, so it's kind of working out well. Works out for Swarm Sunday, and then anytime we have these swarm ticket events or anything, because you're going to end up killing a lot of swarms. So at least I think you will. We'll have to pay attention to that ticket event. I need to check and see what I need to make a cup of coffee. Second, but I'm also like, I think I feel like I hear furniture moving, so I can see what Mrs. Rister's doing. And Augie's popping around, so I think I don't know if he's hiding or moving away from something. So maybe just adjusting something. I'm not sure. So, but we'll get that. And minutes. We got to get this ship taken care of first. I guess we got. Are we max yet? Did they fix the full cargo message? Let's look. Other way, roundabout way, is to look at the last kill, see if you got any cargo. No cargo. We must be maxed. I hope they fixed that. Too much of a pain to look at. So, okay, we'll send that back. While that's going on, I'm going to take a quick share stream break for you, and I'm going to get a cup of coffee and figure out what's going on. Be right back. Don't go nowhere. And we're back. Our rooster definitely had stuff going on and had accidentally turned the gas on the stove, and I was like, I smell gas. We had to sort that out. Make sure everybody's okay and everything's fine. So, but glad I went in there at that time. She had been moving stuff, and I guess bumped the stove. So, just enough to turn the gas on. Ouch. All right. Where's my group doing these? Oh, that's over. I could find out. Let's see. Let's see if I can run a small rare or epic over here. See if it counts for any of the events. See what I can find. I got 33s. There's one. And that's my last rare of those. What people do. Hopefully we'll have some people help make sure we take it. That'll be the thing. It shouldn't be that hard, but I didn't see any banners for anything in particular going on there, so we are going to need to save up too, because we're ending the event, so we might get Apex Rogue or we might get board Cubic. I don't know. Just let this bear. Let's see. I wanted to look. We're about to do the bigger swarm because these are normal hostiles are going to help us carry this too. So 39 will be 2330, but it'll be times 2. 4660. It's pretty good. But how many we will need remains to be seen. So let's go look at that. So it may since I used the baby Stella baby Franklin to do everything except the 39s and 35s, it may behoove me, because of the swarm event, the swarm extra event, to just use a whole hull here on the Franklin on 39s to get those 4660 points. So that might be the strategy, as opposed to going down to 35s like I normally do. And it's just heroic. This is one of those situations where it may be a little unclear what I need to do, because it's going to depend on numbers. If I can kill enough 39s to take care of the heroic Swarm Sunday and contribute to the other event, that'll work. If I get left with remainder on the Swarm Sunday heroic, then that's a problem. It's one thing if I have to use the other to pick some stuff up. None of your business. Hello, welcome, and thank you. We got the sound stuff generally improved from before, and problems from the past kind of worked through a lot of those kinks. In fact, since I'm telling you that, I better be double checking, but yeah, it's still going well. Thank you. How are you doing today? This battle yeah, I mean, I don't think it was super negative. Oh, and Nunya, we've found out today in chat, people were able to go in and change their display names on the YouTube thing. Obviously, you know how to do that, but also if they wanted to let us know who they are on the Twitch side, assuming you're on the Twitch side and want to be known in both worlds. But if you don't, of course, that is always your option. But we actually found out that it was people were able to do it, and I didn't. Oh, my dang phone! Shut up, phone. People figured out how to do it extra easier than I thought it was. Why is my phone suddenly going off like I'm getting 100 alerts? That is annoying. It decides it's not going to tell me stuff until something. I don't think the battle pass was particularly hard. Getting back to your question, None. I don't think it was hard. I don't know that it was. We were kind of talking about the battle pass. I mean, I think the battle passes aren't, and I think this is a good thing. They're no longer hard before, because they used to be real grindy messes when they first came out, which is part of what ground me down and made me actually. It contributed, I should say, to me taking a break from the game. Was being sick of feeling like you had to grind so much. That was before we had overflow. That was before they were accounting for it. You really had to do a whole lot to complete, and it was a pain in the rear. And there were things that you had to do. I mean, it was like I was like, I don't want to do this. I would normally skip this. I would skip this event. I don't care about the rewards, but I want my battle pass progression. So, you know, that sort of thing. So that drove me a little nuts. But it's gotten much easier on that, and I think that's a good thing. Bayo Man, you got any idea when next Battle Pass comes out? Not an official like secret thing. It's going to be on a Tuesday. We know that. That would be kind of an earth-shattering change if it's not on Tuesday. It won't be this Tuesday. We'll, you know, they almost always it's a week, but occasionally they decide to push it back by 2 weeks. Or something, or sometimes do some anything. It's usually 1 week, if not 2. So that is, I mean, you can count on that. If we get Apex Rogue next weekend, next Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. If Apex Rogue shows up next weekend, we should be automatically going into the Battle Pass on Tuesday. Kind of depends on what they do. They definitely are. They're not sticking to some of the scripts lately, so but I don't expect they're going to change that. So it's like until we get much closer to next weekend, where we can kind of see if the progression looks kind of like they're getting ready to go. Or of course, if you get a maintenance announcement that says we're going to have maintenance on Monday, Tuesday, then you know for sure that's when you get confirmation of the arc. But so I would guess a week from Tuesday. But by next Saturday we'll have seen what we're getting, and that will make a difference. Because if it's like really weird, I mean, like compared to what they've done in the last 6 months or more, we'll try to figure that out. Trying to calculate how long I have to opt up for better rewards and expect. Well, you have a week. You don't know you have more than that beyond, a week till Tuesday, that kind of thing. So, so know that. Let me take a peek here. Figure out. 2 week. Hey Wayne, it could be. I mean, I am always expecting them to kind of mess with us in that way. I need to kill 3. I think I can get 3 on my whole. See here. Honestly, I often expect them to do a 2 week thing and pull what to me that's like kind of giving us shenanigans. But I wouldn't mind if it was 2 weeks if they gave us if we get Apex Rogue, if they want to put in the Borg Cube event and Apex Rogue and kind of string them together and do some of those things on a more predictable 2 week schedule. If I could know when we actually have the thing off in advance, which I guess I would if I was under NDA, I could try to take time off from work. That's not going to happen right now, the old job. And who knows about the new job, but I could try to take time off so I could be have special ARC launch days with you guys for making the videos that I want to make, and then for doing some daytime streaming. Let's see. I believe this is the last one we need, so we're definitely going to get that. Need some enhanced warp speed and repair time. I can boost the Alliance for an hour. Repair. I don't particularly need that. I mean, repair is going to benefit everybody. I think I need research and build. But yeah, I would like them to get into a better routine for our board. They've been intermittently giving us Apex Rogue, and people are counting on both of those, you know, for their skin, the skin unlocking and stuff. I think those are both like they're things we know they're okay. They're kind of linchpins of part of being outside of the thing. Plus, of course, Cosmic Cleanup, Faction Hunt, and all that. And they can easily string together 2 weeks. It would just be kind of nice if it was a little more predictable. And I know mobile games don't always want to be predictable. Because if you can predict, then you don't have, you know, fear of missing out spending that happens. So that's part of the social psychology of the mobile game monetization. So that can be an issue. But okay, let's see. What do we get? Thank you, Patty. I think I got the repair on there, didn't I? Is that what you did? I think you did repair, because looked like it was took an hour or so off my Franklin A. They should just have Cosmic Cleanup every Saturday. Well, I mean, that would help, right? The non-Saturdays are kind of a FOMO. There you go. You know, the non-Cosmic Cleanup Saturdays can be a little too quiet. Honestly, it's like I have enough time to, you know, stream with you guys, and I'm like, well, we're kind of out of things to do. I mean, of course, I can play a variety game, but they probably want us to give some screen time. So, but yeah, I mean, there's a lot of that. It's like in Marvel Strike Force, when they have legendary characters that come and they have prerequisites for unlocking or for upgrading, right? So that's kind of a part of a path that you're on when not exactly, it's not like a battle pass, but it's like these guys come out, fixed schedules, you need them, you're working on them, but you never know when they're coming until it's really close to when they come. So if you haven't taken advantage of like buying things that related to the prerequisites or grinding from the whole time, kind of learning what the schedule looks like it might be, then you're out of luck, and then you're probably more likely to have to buy a pack from the store that helps you catch up. Those are monetization techniques that games use. Anyway, it's FOMO. So, FOMO and now Spendo. So let's see. All right. Combat Swarm is. I mean, they're okay. We are gonna get points for killing other things, and so I'm gonna venture to take this over, switch it to the baby Stella, as it's being called, and put Chen instead, place a cat, and then put somebody defense down there. Einzer, you're the winner. All right. Let's see here. But yeah, I would like there to be. I would much prefer a kind of predictable and somewhat enjoyable kind of like pathway for between the arcs. Even if they have to mess it up and add a third week, which is a lot, sometimes because of what they're doing. But I think some of it is all planned out, related to. Related to holiday schedules, and if they want to have a Christmas store during Christmas, if they want, or do they, like we've done New Year's Eve events last year during the break between. So if they have that kind of planned out, I don't know if they work the calendar backwards in that way. I don't know if they're that coordinated, and they're just like, oh crap, we got to stretch this out. Sure. That stuff is possible. Go there. And eventually I'll have to turn this around. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna grind some Stella for the Clear the Coast. That Wrap from Beyond is done, so we're good. Limited time officer is just leveling up, so that doesn't Anywhere we need to hit help. We need to find some G3 spend that we can do. Still, I sure better hit this. I need 15,000 points. Tell me that's what I'm gonna get from here. 10 and a half, 10. Yeah, 15,000. Okay, it's taking me every single thing. My Tom Harris plate, I think. All right, so. And we haven't been on long enough to flip the support refinery. Nope. Well, let's see what this ship looks like after this armada. And these things are not counting, right? For anything except the goodness of exchange. Combat training, well, swarm. Okay, swarm attack, but that's small potatoes. I wouldn't do that for these. So unless the firing is going off, but I don't know what's going on. So we'll slowly figure this out, but if I don't have too much contesting here, we'll grind here with this ship, but otherwise we'll see. Yeah, cosmic cleanup every Saturday would be nice, but then it would be easier for you to earn your ships. And frustration mechanics is another thing that works in, especially for folks who think they're going to get it every Saturday and then realize that, oh wait, I factored in all those extra weeks so that I could get my ship. It makes planning a little more difficult. If you're working on particular shifts and are caring about that, you may be encouraged to say, forget it, I'm going to buy a half pack or I'm going to buy a full pack. I mean, I did that with the second Stella. I decided that was the thing to do, so I wanted the second Stella, and I was like, it's going to take a while to earn that through ARC stores. And given how few ARC stores we've had, I think I made the right decision. Because my Stella game has gone up tremendously since I just bought a second Stella and started grinding it up. Here it is now. See here. But for Cosmic Cleanup, now that we have what, 5? Do we have 5 ships available in Cosmic? We've got the Disco, the Franklin, the Disco, the Vidar, you have the Amalgam, and you have the Sarcophagus. You have 5 ships that, if you're earning them all, which you should eventually be. I mean, honestly, if you have territory capture, the Sarcophagus is useful. And it can be a useful dump ship for materials during spin events. Second Stella is the way to... Absolutely. I mean, it's one of those where if you had a third one, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. And I'm one of those people who has a max second baby Franklin, and I'm like, well, it only helps me once a week, sometimes twice a week, but I like having it. And I think the pack I had to buy to get the materials for it gave me good resources that I used in spend events to get other things. So I was like, yeah, it's fine. Obviously, that worked for me. But I wouldn't tell anybody they needed the second Stella. Yeah, you really need to be scrapping something while blowing other things up. I'm gonna miss that. Nope, I might get it. Let's see. Oh, that one's closer. Go get it. Forth, back and forth. Okay. Clearing the coast. I'm gonna max out my play. Let's see here. So, how's your day going, Wayne? And Matt? Guys. Sunday. Don't know if you guys are on the Twitch side as well. I'll throw a link, so hopefully you can follow me when I go over there a little later today, and of course, all the other days during the week. We can get into some of our other games and our side games like Stream Raiders, Catch Pokemon, while all playing the Star Trek. Here. Move this way. If I found that this area is okay, especially if you can go, yeah, in the middle of a TC base, right? Oh yes, okay, gotcha. Well, good. Good luck. So. Multiple line. Oh, well, that sounds interesting. Can be a little crazy fun, though. That's for sure. Or just really frustrating, but hopefully it's more on the fun side. So, I have, I've been doing periodic, usually late night raiding with another person in the alliance who tends to have insomnia at the same time I do, and he'll invite me on for some base raiding. And I test out my amalgam, and we start, it's usually somebody where there's so many resources, he's happy to have the help emptying it. And then I'm happy to have the resources. So, and then people show up to defend. And then we go ahead and we've been doing some PvP skirmishing and having a lot more fun than I would expect. Because usually I'm like, they're showing up to defend. Let's go ahead and move on. But no, because a lot of the people that show up to defend are not people I had to worry about. We could just kind of take them on and test out some of my crews, and found some of my crews work pretty well for even being caught flat-footed, so that was good. I mean, it's all random because it's who's awake to come on and give you trouble and all that, but my augur was helping us out. The resources this guy's bringing in with this crew is pretty phenomenal on the grind here. And this is my baby one, so keep that coming. Okay, let's see here. People moving about and going after ones that that don't make sense to me, but fine. I'll take 35. Move up this way. Hey, go for that. 41 is not going for the 35. No, he is now. He's going to beat me, so I'll go for the 34. Nothing like slow ships in a race. Certainly. Darn it. Well. Let me see if there's an area I want to go down to, back to where I came somewhat, so that I can get some stuff. Not about the 33s, but it's just about being away from people so I can have my slow ship catch up. And definitely so I can catch it when the 35s pop. These two, which I'm not going to catch that one, but will catch that one. Look at how the shield's staying up. You know, normally when I'm grinding 35 and above, the shield is pushed down. I've got Bev in here kicking, adding in some stuff, you know, even though I'm spec'd for her mitigation path, not her shield path. You know, she's still doing her shield activity. So, and that makes it turnaround time quicker to jump between these 35s when if they pop up close like they're doing right now. So yay. Go Bev, you go. Yes, queen, you rock. All right. Come here, come here, come here, come here. All right. Do I grab that resource? Nope. Yes. Oh, I gotta make that one. So many blue ships, don't know who's actually active. Anyway, what's that going on? Yeah, I'll let him take that 33. I don't need a race for it. There we go. Take a peek. 5 million. Get us there. On your way. You must be on your way to another thing. Daddy, I will be looking to run some I'll be looking to run some rare and epic armadas, some on the spin event today. With my auger, you know, 30, 35, 38s, that kind of thing. So, but we need some attendance. There's been really crappy attendance except at exchange armadas, which, and I can't determine because I don't think the exchange armadas are actually doing anything at the moment. So to me, that's more of a weirdness. I think there's some confusion, but maybe I'm just confused. But I'm gonna keep trying to figure it out. Ugh, 3 people chasing the 33. I'm not gonna be the one to get it. So let's stop here where I'll get that stuff. There you go. Yeah, let's go get that. Let's pip. Yeah, we already pipped. Okay. And let's speed up dry dock. This one is the one that uses some crystal. So because it's like G Money Dock actually costs some uncommon later on, which you may not know that, but I've noticed that might be a nice homage to having it cost some stuff for the extra it is for the people who bought it. I don't mind. It's not a lot, but it's a little bit, so. Okay. Some station event, yeah. I'm hoping we get an event which pays out Galron, Martok, and Cath shards. Yeah, I mean we just had the Rom Cath one thing that paid for the treasury event, so we might get that. I don't think I did lunch. I haven't lunched yet, Patty. I mean I did 28 minutes ago, but I will get to launching. But yeah, on the Galron, Martok, and Kath. I mean, maybe we'll see Galron and Martok and Sela and what's his name? The cloaking guy, cloaking Romulan. Probably see those in the amalgam store is what I would kind of guess. Or at least that's what I'm thinking might happen. Therefore, related to Honor Guard, kind of related to Honor Guard Wharf, maybe the Baal and those people. No, I'm not. No, I'm not on the baby account. I'm on the main account. I don't have an Armada actually right now. You might be. I don't know if you have a. You might be not at live with the stream. So. Might have got out of sync. But I did run one. All right. There's the 35 of our dreams. We're gonna get there. Don't know. Nope. What about that one? I don't know. Send you a message. There we go. All right. So, but yeah, I would expect more officers somehow in the amalgam store. That's a mechanic. It can't just be Honor Guard Wharf for the rest of our life. Now it doesn't mean they're going to update anytime soon, because I get one every 3 days. I get like one Honor Guard Wharf shard, something like that, or it's not a lot, so it could take a while, but they might do something where they include some of those, and those are some of the same like PvP related officers. The amalgam's PvP ship. That might be a nice way to kind of make it. And again, you can get your amalgam eventually for free, but it gives you something a reason to work on it and that kind of thing. So that could be cool. How much? 26. There we go. Hit some big stuff. Finish that eventually. Okay. So at this point, what I think we're going to do is we're going to wrap up on YouTube and switch over. I'm gonna take just a few minutes to make sure like I've got tea brewing and all that, because I'm going to be drinking some tea on the Twitch stream, and just kind of go from there. So nothing major. Probably be 3 to 5 minutes max. I'll make sure I test my audio, make sure it doesn't sound like it's broken, even though it's working good here. So we hope no issues like that, but won't take very long. Anyway, so I hope to see you guys over there on Twitch. So I'm gonna sign off, and we'll get into some more Star Trek Fleet Command with some variety and a little bit of shenanigans and all that stuff. And I can tell you how I really feel about something if I need to use a choice word. Anyway, so I'm gonna go over there now, and I will talk to you guys soon. You guys take care, and CockADoodle do.